Do you remember in 6th grade chemistry, we learned that the boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade. You heat the water and nothing happens even at 99.99 degrees centigrade. But as time passes and the temperature hits 100, the water boils. Just like this journey of boiling water, if we study all the revolutions in history, stock market crashes, business growth, scientific breakthroughs, or even epic love stories, we'll find one thing in common: a consistent effort over a long period of time. Here is Simon Sinek explaining why consistency matters more than anything in life.
Love your wife, yes. Right? Prove it. Like, what's the metric? Give me the number that helps me know, right? Because when you met her, you didn't love her, right? Now you love her, right? Tell me the day the love happened. It's an impossible question, right? But it's not that it doesn't exist, it's that it's much easier to prove over time, right? So all leadership is the same thing. It's about transitions. So if you were to go to the gym, right? It's like exercise, right? If you go to the gym and you work out and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. And if you go to the gym the next day and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing, right? So clearly there's no results, can't be measured, it must not be effective. So we quit, right? Or if you fundamentally believe that this is the right course of action and you stick with it, like in a relationship, I bought her flowers and I wished her happy birthday, and she doesn't love me. Clearly I'll give up. You know, that's not what happens. If you believe there's something there, you commit yourself to an act of service. You commit yourself to the regime, the exercise. You can screw it up. You can eat chocolate cake one day. You can skip a day or two. You know, it allows for that. But if you stick with it consistently, I'm not exactly sure what day, but I know you'll start getting into shape. I know it. And the same with the relationship. It's not about the events. It's not about intensity. It's about consistency.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Raheel. I'm an entrepreneur and a product leader currently living and working in Dubai. In this video, we learned why consistency is your path to the promised land. We've all heard the phrase, overnight success. Well, let me tell you, it is utter bullshit. There is no such thing as overnight success. Actually, overnight success is the result of a long and enduring consistent effort. We as humans, we like to focus on the end result, the diamond, and we discount the process. But we forget that the diamond was once a gold, and we forget all the polishing that went into achieving that state. So if consistency is such an obvious answer to achieving our desired state, then why isn't everyone doing it? The answer is pretty simple. Consistency is an easy concept to grasp, but it's actually very difficult to practice. One of the reasons why we as humans, we are not consistent is because we can't see immediate progress, and we often quit before we reap the rewards. Author and mathematician Nassim Taleb emphasized that growth and learning, they don't often follow a linear path. And here's Peter Kaufman, a friend and longtime colleague of Charlie Munger, explaining why consistency is so hard in the first place.
Nobody wants to be constant. We're the functional equivalent of Sisyphus pushing his boulder up the mountain. You push it up halfway and you go, I'll come back and do this another time. It goes back. You know, got this great idea, I'm going to really work hard on it. And you push it up halfway, I'll get back to this next month. This is the human condition. In geometric terms, this is called variance drain. Whenever you interrupt the constant increase above a certain level of threshold, you lose compounding. You're no longer on the log curve. You fall back onto a linear curve, or, God forbid, a step curve down. You have to be constant. How many people do you know that are constant in what they do? I know a couple, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. Everybody wants to be rich like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. I'm telling you how they got rich. They were constant. They were not intermittent.
Now, time for the $1 million question. How do we become more consistent in life? First, you have to remember that it's about the process, not the event itself. You have to manage your energy and you have to mentally prepare yourself for the long haul. May it be going to the gym every single day or building a successful business. The principles are the same. You have to start small, but you have to show up every day and consistently improve. You ultimately want to reduce your burnout and create a system that holds you accountable and helps you stay consistent. So here's a 5-step framework that I use, and I believe it will help you become more consistent in life. So step number 1 is having a clearly defined goal. Before you even get started, write down and clearly define what your goal is. And then to strengthen that goal, you need to give it meaning. You have to write down why you're doing it in the first place and why it matters for you. So for example, I want to go to the gym to lose weight. Why? Because I want to look good and be healthy as I age. Once you have defined your goal clearly, the next step is to create a schedule around it, a routine. You have to remember that we are creatures of habit. So the more something fits into our routine, the easier it is for us to follow it. So for example, if you want to go to the gym regularly, you have to make a schedule. The schedule could be that you're going to go to the gym 3 days a week at 7 p.m. after you're done with work. Once you have your schedule, your next goal is to show up every single day and follow that schedule. Even if you don't feel like it, you have to take those baby steps and you have to show up. For example, whenever I don't feel like working out, I still go to the gym. I hang around, I talk to people, and I come back. It might not seem significant because I'm not doing anything, but at least it's becoming part of my routine. It's becoming part of my system, and I'm not missing a single day. You have to remember that a 1% improvement might seem very insignificant, but as days turn into months and months turn into years, the difference is substantial. Think about this. If you just improve 1% every single day for a year, by the end of it, you will be 37 times better. Your next step is to avoid tiny losses. You have to remember that improvement isn't just about doing all the right things, but it's also about doing fewer wrong things. You have to eliminate your mistakes, you have to reduce your unforced errors, and you have to get rid of anything unnecessary that is stopping you from making progress. For example, don't do extra workout if that means burning yourself out or missing gym the next day. Do enough so that you can come back the next day, follow your routine, and do it with the same energy that you had previously. So there we have it. 5 steps to consistency. Your path to success is deeply rooted in consistency. Remember that success is not about overnight miracles, but the result of consistent effort and continuous improvement. The path to achieving your goal may not always be glamorous, but it is the small daily disciplines that ultimately lead to significant transformation. Embrace the concept of making gradual changes to your habits, but don't be discouraged by the lack of immediate results. As you persist in this journey, you will find yourself inching closer to success. Just like water, reaching its boiling point at 100 degrees. So define your goal, make your schedule, show up every day, avoid tiny losses, and hold yourself accountable. And watch how your life transforms one day at a time. Your journey to consistency and success starts now.